our butterfly pose. Make space from the heels all the way to the groin, so a little bit more of a diamond shape. Sitting up tall, let's take a deep breath in. As you exhale, drop the chin down towards your chest. As you inhale, lift the chin, lift the gaze. Exhaling, chin to the chest. Breath in, looking up. Exhale, drop chin down towards the chest. Bring it ahead to center. As you breathe, let's lengthen the spine just a bit taller, looking over the left shoulder. As we look over the left shoulder, we're going to take the left hand and find the right side of the neck. And right at the collarbone, we'll rest one hand and then the other. Breathing into the right side of the neck, make space. Maybe we tip the head back just a little bit. Let's take one inhale through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And then we'll take the hands, remove them, place them back down to the lap. We'll drop chin through center. And looking over the opposite shoulder, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, right hand comes across to the collarbone. And then from here, we'll tip the head just slightly back, working into this left side of the neck. Breathing in through the nose. And exhaling out through the mouth. Let's bring the chin back through center. And then the hands are going to come back. Set the feet down and begin to move the knees right to left. Keep moving the knees right to left. And then eventually we'll let the knees drop to your left. Both hands will come to the front of that left shin. As you breathe in, let's get a little bit taller and begin to drive the back knee down into the floor. So we're just putting minimal effort, that trail leg, pressing the knee down into the floor, sitting up tall through the spine. Take a deep breath in. And then breathing out. Okay, two more. Breath in. And exhaling out. Big breath in. Don't lose the flexion at that front ankle. And then as you exhale, we'll take the left hand to the outside of the left hip. Begin to drop the elbow towards the floor. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. And then with that right arm, we're going to sweep it up and over the ear. And keeping that trail leg connected, slight pressure downwards as you reach the fingers up and over the ear. Turn the chin, the nose, the gaze towards the floor. And then that top arm is going to sweep behind the back. As you breathe, rotate the chest towards the right. Drop the chest back down towards the left. So we're getting rotation. Breath in. Spin the center of the chest upwards. And then as you exhale, round inwards. Twice more breath in. Open up the chest. And as you exhale, roll the chest forward. Last one, breathing in. And then exhale, rotating down towards the floor. From this space, we'll begin to extend the left elbow, bring the right hand around, and then we're going to take back trail leg, our right leg, bring it forward. And then crossing the left ankle over the thigh. If that's not feeling good, you can definitely take the foot to the inside of the knee. From here, we'll sit tall, spin the shoulder blades so that they are squaring towards that right foot. Squeeze your quad. Maybe the heel begins to float up off of the ground. Take an inhale breath. And then exhale, begin to hinge forward, relax the right heel back down, any degree of forward folding getting into the hamstring. As you breathe, tent up onto your fingertips, come up halfway. Exhale, leaning inwards. Twice more, lift up, breathing in. Exhale, hinge forward. Good, breath in, coming up halfway. And then exhaling, hinge forward. Begin to work yourself back upright. We'll bend the right knee, crossing the left ankle over. We'll take our figure 4 stretch, and then just give some subtle movement to the right and to the left. So working into left hip external rotation. Let's settle in whatever variation that feels the best for that outer hip, especially on that left side. So it might be shifted a little bit towards your right, towards your left. Getting into that posterior capsule. Let's stay here. Focusing on your breath and being aware of where your mind kind of gravitates towards as you are still in the shape. Let's breathe in. Exhale through the mouth. Let's go ahead and pick the left ankle. Can you pick it up without using your hands? Pick the left ankle up and hover, and then reach the leg out all the way long. Don't press the heel down yet. Okay? Lift, cross the ankle over. Try not to use your hands. Figure 4. Lift the ankle, reach the heel out long. Hover the ground. Last one. Pick the knee up, cross over. And then last one, let's pick the left leg up, reach the heel out long. And from here, take your right foot, cross it over, give the knee a hug to the opposite elbow. So cross body stretch. As you breathe, let's make the spine a little bit taller and then rotate towards your right. And for today, let's look over the front shoulder. Keep hugging both hands, knee to the opposite armpit. And then from this space, let's bring the head back through center. And then we'll uncross this top leg, swing the back leg. Now we're in that 90-90 or deer pose shape on the other side. So opposite shin should be in the front, flexing the toes towards the shin, fingertips to either side. Just noticing and feeling how this hip feels different than the other side. And as we hold this shape, we're working internal rotation here on this back leg, external rotation in the front. Gently press your left knee, press it down into the ground to engage and create some connection. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Breath in and breath out. Good, last one here. Right hand, let's bring it outside of the right hip. Slide the right fingertips away, begin to bend the elbow, keeping the connection of this trail leg. Let's float the left hand all the way up and over the ear. So as we float that left arm up and over the ear, be mindful that we're not shrugging the shoulder up towards the ear. Hold the shoulder blade down and away from the ear. We'll look downwards towards the right thumb, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, take that top arm and float it behind the back, shoulder opener. And without rounding forward, keep the chest open and then rotate so that the center of your chest turns downwards to the floor. As you breathe, rotate the chest up and towards the left. Your exhale will soften the torso, allowing you to twist inwards. Twice more. Breath in. And breath out. Good. Inhaling. And exhaling. All right, from here, begin to straighten your right arm. We'll take this back arm and draw it around. And left leg, begin to bring it forward. Cross the right ankle and place it either on the quad, or we can place it to the inside of the knee. Whichever you choose, begin to contract your quad muscle. Maybe your heel floats above the ground. Point your toes up towards the ceiling. Stay here. Take a deep breath in. Lengthen your spine, relax the leg, and then begin to hinge forward. Fingertips framing the leg. As you breathe, come up halfway. As you exhale, melt forward. Breathing in, come up halfway. Exhaling. Good, last one, breathing in And then exhale, coming forward. We'll stay here just for a moment. Drop your chin down towards your chest. And then eventually we'll walk the hands up towards the torso so that you can sit up tall, crossing your right foot over the left. Toes are flexing. Hug the knee in towards the opposite arm, and then we'll get that twist towards the opposite side. So ideally, you should have the other leg crossed over. You can switch it out if you need to. Okay, one more deep breath, looking over the back of your shoulder, and then looking forward. Okay, from this space, bring the head and the neck back through center. We'll unwind the legs, finding straddle pose. So pressing the heels down, squeeze both quads. Maybe the heels float up a little bit. Squeeze and contract the quads. We'll stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Relax the legs. We can stay here if we don't have much more space, or we can begin to work our way forwards. So we're gonna take 5 breaths here, and I really challenge you to tune into what it feels like to stay connected and present in the stretch. Doesn't matter how deep you get into this pose, but please try using that exhale to soften and allow the self to come forward and hinge into the stretch. We've got 4 breaths here. What's going on in the hips? What's going on in the low back? And if you feel like your tongue is pressing to the roof of your mouth, relax the tongue and see if you have a little bit more space to lean forward. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Last one, inhaling. Let's take a long exhale through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Begin to make your way upright. Pull the right knee in, and then the left knee in, crossing through the ankles. Give yourselves a little hug, sit up tall. Few rounds of seated cat and camel. So we'll drop the chest, drop the chin, breathe in, extend the spine. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding the upper back. Breathing in to get taller and extend the spine any degree. Chin to chest. And then breathing in, let's get a little bit taller. All right, from here, we're gonna uncross the ankles. Make sure you have space behind you, and you're gonna take some rock and rolls back and forward. So drop the head and make your way forward. You're gonna take 5, 4, 3, 2, and on the last one, we're gonna cross the ankles, come forward into tabletop. So in our tabletop shape, let's cross the left ankle over the right. Right, a left ankle over the right. And we're gonna sit towards the right hip. So I'm shifting my sitting bones towards my right heel. Okay, come forward, back into hands and knees or tabletop. Shift the hips back towards your right heel. Okay, last one, hips back and towards the right. And then we'll reset, uncross the left ankle. Let's take the right foot and bring it forward, taking the hands to the top of the knee. So we're gonna stay pretty tall here, short stance between that front heel and the knee. As you lift up, take your hands, press into the knee to lift the chest. Giving the tailbone a little tuck under, you should feel a pretty deep quad stretch up into the hip flexor. So staying here, deep breath in, press the back of your foot, press it down into the ground and create that connection. Interlace the palms. We'll turn the hands, reach forward to round the upper back. And strong through the legs, float the hands up as you breathe in. As you exhale, bring the hands forward, round the upper back. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, round forward. Pull the elbows back to open up the chest, and then interlace the fingers behind your back. Reaching the knuckles down, get a stretch right across the center of the chest and the pecs. Open the chest, and then we're gonna hinge forward halfway. Good, lift the chest, breathing in. And then exhale, hinge forward, bend the knee a little bit more, get it to the ankle. Good, breath in, come up and out of that shape. We'll take the hands to frame the front foot, bring the right fingertips in front, and so that both hands are on the same side, dial the toes out. As the toes are dialed out, take your left hand, bring it out wide, right hand to the knee, lizard pose. So getting a stretch through the hip, rotating the chest towards the right knee. If it makes sense for your body to roll to the outer edge of the foot, you can certainly do that. We're going to take a deep breath, get longer through your spine so that you can make space to rotate. Unwind the torso. We'll move towards the opposite side. So now we'll take the right ankle, cross it over the left, and begin to sit the hips back and towards the left. Reset. Exhale to the left. Good, bring it forward. Exhale, hips towards the left heel. And then we'll reset, uncross the right ankle. We'll bring the left foot forward, taking the hands to the top of the knee, keeping a nice tall stance, short between the heel and that knee. Interlace the hands, press the hands into the top of the thigh. And as you exhale, get that tilt of the pelvis and press your back foot down into the ground. So hopefully you're feeling opening, stretching in that right quad and right hip flexor. And then from here, with the hands interlaced, turn the palms out, round the upper back, take a deep breath in. Maintain the core connection and that of your right foot, and then breathe in, reaching the hands all the way up. Exhale, round through the back. Inhale to reach up, and exhale to reach forward. Unwind the fingertips, bend the arms, open up the chest, and then we'll interlace the fingertips behind the back. Reaching knuckles down towards the ground, we'll open the chest space. On your exhale breath, hinge halfway forward, bend your front knee. Inhale, come out, and then exhale, hinging forward, bend the left knee. Okay, from this space, we'll release the fingertips, bringing them to the inside of the left foot. Widen the left foot, and dial the toes out. Okay. Right hand is going to come out a little bit wider, and then take the left hand to the knee. Pressing the knee out and away from the torso to spin the heart center open and towards the left. We've got 3 breaths here. All right, begin to unwind the shape, bring the hands right underneath the shoulders. We'll wiggle the left foot inwards. Take the hands down. We're going to make our way to downward facing dog. So hands are going to be wider than the shoulders. Tuck your back toes, lift the hips, and pedal the feet out. So bending the right knee, bending the left. And then we'll walk our hands towards your feet. Taking the hands to the shins, come up halfway. Exhaling to forward fold. Roll all the way to standing. Reach your fingertips up and over the head. And then exhale, press your palms together, lifting your elbows. Create that connection. And just peek down at the feet. Can you lift all 10 toes? Lifting and make some space. Rocking away to the outside edge, to the inside edge, to the outside edge, to the inside edge. And then level out. Allow the toes to come back down. Release the fingertips alongside your body. Breath in and breath out. Okay. Inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Sweep the fingertips up and over the head. As you breathe out, sweep the arms down and forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhaling to fold, walking out to downward facing dog. Bend the right knee, then the left, then the right, and bending the left. Bend both knees. As you breathe in, we'll take a long exhale through the mouth, hands back towards the toes. We'll roll all the way up to standing, sweep the fingertips up, grab the right wrist, side bending. Inhale, reset your spine, switching sides. Exhale, side bend, opposite side. Good, come back to the center. We'll swim the hands behind the back. Fingers are gonna point downwards. We'll take a standing camel pose. As you breathe in, we'll get taller. Exhale, lean back. And we're leaning in the upper body. Just be mindful that you're not just sending your hips forward and bending the knees. So lifting up, leaning back. And then on your next breath, let's get tall, bend the knees, sweep the fingertips back. So I've got pretty fair amount of space between my feet. Reaching the fingertips back, the crown of the head is forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sit a little bit lower. Sweeping your fingertips down to come up. Inhale. As you exhale, forward fold. Walk it out to push-up plank. Once you find your push-up plank, we'll take an inhale breath, lower halfway down. And then all the way down to the ground. Okay, once you're there, can you still see me, hopefully? Once you're down to the ground, lift the chest, lift the hands. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift up, lift the hands, lift the chest. Exhaling to lower. Last one, breath in. And breath out. Set the forearms down, palms will come down. Heel the chest up, press the hands down into the ground. Opening up the front side of the body. Take your left hand. We're gonna bring the left hand across so that your forearm is parallel to a yoga mat if you were to have one. Pull the right heel in towards your glutes. And once we get there, we can reach back, grab the outside, the inside. It doesn't matter. And from this space, we'll grab, pull through quad stretch. And if this is an easy thing for your body, take your foot into your hand a little bit, create your own resistance. Good. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Release that foot, switching to the other side. Pull the left heel in towards the glute, inside, outside, doesn't matter. Quad stretch. See if you can pinch your shoulder blades together rather than letting the shoulder drop. So we'll find some lightness in that left shoulder, press into that right forearm. And if it makes sense, kick the left foot into the hand. And we're gonna hold that here, breathing in and breathing out. Last one, inhale breath. And exhale breath. Release the back foot. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Walk them right underneath the shoulders. Tuck your 10 toes. Press up and back. And we'll come into a hips to heels setup. All right. From this space, we're going to bring the legs around all the way forward. Make sure you have space in front of your body and behind your body. Once you feel good in that space, set your feet down. Set the feet down, take your hands right around the fronts of the knees. Get really tall through the crown of the head, and then I'm gonna have you lean back about halfway so that your arms are straight. Okay. Staying here, deep breath. Exhaling. Reach the fingertips forward. Stop here. Pit stop. Do as many crunches as you like. But this is an anti-rotation and a stability exercise. So maintain a tall chest. Lift the right foot. Lift the left foot. We're in boat pose. Okay, so we're in a core pose. We're here and we're breathing for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down just a little bit more. Holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way down onto your back, which I do not have the space for. Once you're on your back, hug both knees in towards your chest. So both knees are in towards the chest, a little space between the knees. Let's breathe in, pick the head up, tuck the chin in, create this little hug shape with your body. And then release the head back down towards the ground. And we'll have both knees in towards the chest. And drop the knees off to the right. Left arm can come all the way out. You can bend the elbow. Find something to do with that left arm. Spinal twist, both feet, knees are stacking over one another. Choosing to look straight up towards the ceiling. Maybe we're looking over the left shoulder. Let's take another inhale breath. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's mindfully move back through the center. Hug the knees in, lift the chin. And then relax the head and the neck. Guide the knees off towards the left. Option to look straight ahead or over the right shoulder. Good. One last breath in our spinal twist. You get to recenter the knees so that they're right over the hips. Hug, press the knees into the hands, and drop the chin towards the chest. You might lift just a little bit. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, relax the back, the head, the neck. Place the feet down. We're going to take a bridge pose. So make sure that you have space between your feet. Grounding down through the feet. Your toes are facing forwards. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Full exhale, squeeze every bit of air out of your lungs. On empty, press down through your feet. Lift the hips. Lifting the hips, we're going to stay lifted and pressing down through the feet so that we can feel the backs of the legs engage. Staying in our bridge pose for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Begin to round the back section by section until the whole spine is relaxing on the floor. Gliding your feet, tent the knees in. Taking one hand to the center of the chest, one hand right above the navel. And you'll stay here, breathing in and breathing out. Coming into stillness, the end of our practice. So staying just as you are. If it feels like it makes sense to stay with the knees tapping inwards, you're invited to stay just as you are. If you would prefer a reclined butterfly or extend your legs out straight, arms alongside the body in a more traditional sense, and transition to that final pose for our practice today. And we'll find our 2 minutes of stillness, beginning to lean into our own space, into our body, into a little bit of space around the body. Returning to a natural breath, one that we don't have to really work on. begin to take a brief assessment of all of the muscles and the joints, starting at the toes, the foot, the ankle, and just noticing and becoming aware. How are things feeling? Have you created some space? Is there lingering tightness or tension in a particular muscle or muscle group? And for these last few breaths, allow your body to be heavy. Back of the head will sink into the floor or whatever surface that you're on. And as we begin to round out our practice for today, make your breath expansive, envisioning a balloon as it expands front to back, side to side, top to bottom. And the exhale can be a soft release through the mouth, settling in. And let's take two more, just like that. A really expansive, nourishing breath. And a full exhale, allowing the body to be heavy. Enjoy a moment or two longer. Wherever you are, begin to draw your attention back into your physical body that has drifted elsewhere. Gathering the knees and bringing them up towards the chest. Initiating some small movements in the body. Maybe moving the jaw a bit if you have noticed that your teeth are clenching together. Maybe a little head side to side shuffle. But eventually we'll all meet with our knees pulling in towards the chest, maintaining that space. And when you're ready, we'll turn to your favorite side and make your way to a comfortable seat, whatever that might feel like. And once you have made that transition, we'll sit tall, finding your best posture today. Our breath in, the next time that we breathe, let's bring the shoulders up towards the ears. And exhale, drop the shoulders down from the ears and breathe out. Twice more, breath in, shoulders up. Exhale through the mouth. And we'll take one more, breathing in. Exhaling through the mouth. Reach fingertips all the way up. Roll out the wrists and the fingertips. Taking maybe a twist to your right. Reset through the center and reach, reset. Twist and rotate towards the opposite side. Good job, you guys. Make your way through center. I'm grateful for you. And